Joe. This is the shortcut.
Oh, just a minute, baby. I beg your pardon. Are you honey?
Get out of here. Am I what?
Are you honey?
What do you mean?
Somebody wants to speak to honey on the phone.
Give me that phone. Give me that phone. What's the matter with you, Daffy? Hello, Toots. How are you? I'm glad to hear your verse.
So long, honey.
Yeah, listen. So long.
I'm all dressed and waiting.
Honey, I'm sorry I can't come over tonight. I'm working on my big idea.
Well, if you're going to disappoint me like this now, what can I expect after we're married?
You know my big idea. It'll make me a lot of money. It'll make me at least, $5,000.
What?
Right. Yeah, 5,000. All right, so it'll make me $4,000.
What?
Why don't you stand up, son? Get out of here, will you, please? All right, it won't make me $4,000. It'll make me at least $1,500. You see? Now, honey, now here's the idea. I'll act it out for you. Now, listen to me. There were 3 men in the desert, and they're very, very hungry, and they're looking for gold. They haven't had anything to eat for months, nothing to drink for months. You know they're cold sober. And they see a shack, and they're very tired. They see a shack, and they walk, and they walk, and they open the door. Honey, here's the idea. There are 3 men out in the desert, and they're looking for gold. And they see a shack. They see another shack, way up in the mountains. And they open the door. And there's... All mixed up. Now, honey, here's the idea. There were 3 men. 3 men out in the desert.
Hey,
And the 3 men...
hey.
They stand there.
Hey.
And they glare.
Hey. Now, use your office, pal.
Okay, pal. Now, honey, here's the idea. There are 3 men. They're out in the desert.
I got it, a rat.
Honey, they got the rat. Now, here's the idea.
I know. There were 3 men on a desert, and their tongues were hanging out. But it's all a mystery to me. I can't make head or tail of it.
It's even a mystery to me, honey. But forget the whole idea. Forget the whole thing, honey. I'll have a new idea tomorrow. But tell me one thing. Now, listen to me. Tell me. How much do you love me?
Oh, now, honey, you know I love you more than anything in the whole world.
Oh, that's lovely.
Your mama's itsy bitsy baby. That's what you are.
Oh, you're beautiful.
I love you
You're
more than
beautiful.
spinach,
Marvelous.
more than carrots, and even more than hamburgers. You tell me how much you love
See you later, honey. What do you want?
You mind if I clean up the joint?
Yeah, there's one thing I'd like to ask you. Why do you throw all the garbage in my office every night?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask me that question.
Say, why don't you answer me?
Oh, the reason is I like to clean the whole building into one room. It makes it so much easier to gather up the rubbish.
I see. Get it all together so you can gather up the rubbish. You gotta go now. Now, I gotta think of an idea, so keep quiet now. Let me see. Now, think with this hand. Let me see. After seeking employment for 6 months, the 3 boys tell their mother that they can't get a job. So, there's nothing left for them to do but become radio entertainers. That's it. Now, quiet now.
What are you writing?
A scenario. You let me alone?
Is that the name of it?
Now I forgot what I said. Right in the center of it, I get stuck. Right in the center of it. After seeking employment for 6 months, the 3 boys tell their poor old mother they can't get a job. What do you write in the scenario? Will you leave me alone? Is that the name of it? Does that sound like what I said?
No, you said there's nothing left for them to do but become radio entertainers.
Oh, very good. You're very good. Pull up a chair and sit down.
The funniest thing happened to
No,
me,
let
but
me, let me think now. Let me think. I own the place. Let me think now.
Oh, that's funny.
What's funny?
There's nothing left for them to do but become
Now,
rich.
let me alone, will you, please? Let me alone, please. I got it down here. Oh, I see. And the three boys go from one broadcasting station to the other, and they can't get a job no place. And the party is in full swing. Everybody's having a good time. They're dancing, they're dancing and singing. But the three boys, they see a microphone, and there's nobody around the microphone, so they sneak up to the microphone and they broadcast. And there's millions upon millions of listeners. Listen to these fellas sing. And oh, it's beautiful. I can see it now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the old mousetrap and all the lads. Yowza. Coming to you through the courtesy of good old Epsom Salter on the free and easy hour. So help me. And bringing to you, ladies and gentlemen, the magic voice of Arthur Tracy, the good old street sweeper, who throws himself into his work. Martha, rambling roads of the wild wood. Martha, with your fragrance divine. Martha, when I look for your love light, I awake with a sigh, and I find you are gone. And here come the two watermelon destroyers, Amowitz and Andy Ski.
7 o'clock, whether you like it or not. Amos and Andy. The entire characters are portrayed by one man. As the scene opens, we find the boys in the taxicab office. Amos is at the telephone. Here they are.
Hello, this is the Fresh Out Taxicab Company of America Incorporated. Amos Jones speaking.
Who is that on the telephone, Amos?
And will you just keep your big mouth shut, please?
Amos, I was gonna bust you right in the nose. In a Kingfish.
Well, boy, don't fight. Always remember that we is all brothers in that great fraternity, the mystic nights of the sea.
Now, there is a laser man for you. Come on, Lightning. Go ahead with the Brother Crawford and the Kingfish.
Yas, and yas. Come on, Brother Crawford. Well, I suppose I might as well go, too. If I do not, my wife will be very unhappy.
Look at that now. His wife is always unhappy. Oh, me. Uh-oh. There goes my dog.
Ain't that something, Andy? What kind of a dog is that?
That is what they call a setter pointer. He sits in the kitchen and points at the icebox.
Don't forget, folks, be true to your teeth, or they will be false to you. See your dentist 3 times a day. Brush your teeth and neck at least once a year. This is Baylor Hay speaking.
May I present Bing Crosby's brother, Double Crosby, the Screamo singer.
While the blue of the night meets the cold of the day. La-di-da-di-do, la-di-da-di-do, la-di-di-di-di-di-di-di.
20 words, no more, no less. What this country really needs is 5 cents to buy a good cigar. And remember that Screamo cigars are so fresh, they are positively insulting.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, comes the important announcement for which you have been so patiently waiting. The name of the winner of today's lucky prize is Mr. G. Howie Belches. Congratulations, Mr. Belches. You are the lucky winner of a 5-pound box of bicarbonate of soda.
And until tomorrow night at the same time, thank you. Thank you. Okay, America.
Ain't you going to have any romance in it?
Why, certainly I'm going to have romance. Have you been eating onions?
Yes.
Well, sit over here. They make me hungry.
Do you like onions?
No, they distress me.
Me too.
There it is. The greatest story I ever wrote my whole life. I'm going to smoke, have you?
Help yourself.
Where'd you get that?
I found those in the top drawer of the desk in the next office.
Oh, I see. Haven't got a match, have you? Where'd you get this?
I found that in the top drawer of the desk in another office.
Will you pardon me just for a moment, please? My mother gave me this years ago.
Why don't you write a story about a gentleman who makes love to a lady, and they go for a walk in the woods, and the lady finds out he's no gentleman?
It ain't that kind of a story. Will you stop suggesting? I'm the one that does all the thinking. I got the idea now. I can see it now. The boys have made a fortune, and they bought their own musical show. And a year later, the boys, they owned their own show. And the mother was there the opening night. And she sat in the front row and she saw hundreds upon hundreds of beautiful dancing girls with very little clothes on.
After that.
Leave me alone, will you? Don't interrupt. I do all the thinking. You know that, don't you? I'm the author. I'll tell you what happens. The poor old lady. She goes backstage after the show and she cries. She's brokenhearted. She cries and cries and cries. Now, how do you like that?
That's wonderful. What happens after that?
Well, the old lady, she meets the three boys, and what do you think she tells them?
I don't know.
She reminds them of her Sunday school days. And she tells them about the show. She tells them how bad the show is. None of that. What else do you guys do?
We got routine. We got the old routine. We got the old routine.
None of that. Are you guys brothers?
Yeah, we're triplets.
Triplets? How old are you?
28. 19.
None of that lying.
Ain't I 19?
You're 28.
19.
28.
19. 19.
Son, you better be 28. Now listen to me. Who's the boss of this troupe?
I'm the boss. You
are?
No, you're the boss.
Now wait a minute. None of that. Woo! Wait a minute. What's the matter?
Is that your wife?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you positive?
Yes.
Look out.
What's that?
I saw her first. Wait a minute.
None of that.
I know her.
What's that?
Stop that.
I saw
Stop that,
her
you.
first.
Stop that.
Oh, wait.
Stop that, you. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, you lowlife.
Why?
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You know what happened to this girl a couple of years ago in St. Louis?
No. What?
There was a tough guy called St. Louis Joe. He walked up and he gave her a little hug. And he hugged her. And he hugged her. And he hugged her. And what do you think happened?
What?
Can't tell you.
Oh, you got it.
Hey, you got it. I know what I'll tell you. I'll tell you what happened. A guy walked up and gave him a whack right in the head.
St. Louis Joe's a rat.
Are you telling me? And what do you think happened in Pittsburgh about 5 years ago?
What?
There was a great big guy. A great big guy. Hold his coat for a minute. He walked up to the same girl. He gave her a kiss. He gave her another kiss. Then he gave her a hug. Oh, what a hug. And he gave her a squeeze. And a big squeeze. And a big hug. And the guy turned around and hit him a whack. How are you, honey?
So that's the big idea.
No idea. Get out of here. Get out of here. Where'd you get that?
In the top drawer of the desk in the next office.
But you haven't told me the finish yet.
Will you get out of here? Oh,